This is the Tisscare calf and foot massager. It does have a little carrying handle that's integrated as part of the stand. Cord coils up in the back. Gonna plug it in here. And you're gonna use it with the logo facing towards you. No ground plugs, just a dual here. Remote has the same buttons as the device. On, off, time, heating, auto, speed, and direction. So there's two directions. It'll just reverse the motor. So there is a way to clean these. These have a zippered little thing here. And this will come all the way off. You can throw it in the washer or hand wash it or whatever. If you wear clothes or socks, you won't have to wash this very often, so I would recommend that. But if I turn the heat on, you can see that there's these rollers here that are moving in the middle. And the way that works is just they're alternating. They have some like different sized wheels on there, and you can also reverse the direction, go the other way. So that's really useful on your feet. It works okay on the calf. So these little side paddles are like contoured plastic with some silicone textured stuff on it. They're kind of pillowy, and they do a good enough job of squeezing your calf. When they're on, they're doing this kind of rocking motion where they bring it together and then they bring it apart and they bring it together. So direction doesn't really do anything for this that I can tell anyways. 3 speeds. Slow, medium, fast. You can change the time in 5-minute increments. It will just count down and then turn it off when it hits that. So 5 to 30. Heating element, like I said, it just turns the element on. You can feel the heat. It's moderate. It's not uncomfortable. And then you have some different programming modes. And that's just going to change how it behaves. Like it will cycle the speeds and the direction, and it will pause as it squeezes in and then let go, and it will hold it. They're okay. I just usually just use the default one. I'm not too picky. So if you want to use this for your feet, go ahead and turn it on. You should probably put your feet in before you turn it on. So when you turn it off, it's going to wait until it's out there all the way. So those rollers right now are rotating in this direction towards me. So if I put my feet forward, it's going to really get in the back of the arch towards the heel. It's rotating like this. If I change the direction and I move my feet back, it's going to rotate in the opposite direction, which will be more towards the ball. So you can really get an advantage out of that. Now I'm sitting in a task chair, so if I want to use this like I was on the couch or at my desk, you need to position this so that it's almost flat like that. It's not going to fall over really, but it'll be like this. So if I'm standing up and then I sit down, it's a fairly neutral position, but you can only get the lower calf. So right now the rollers are about right here. Hold my leg up here. I have rather large calves. See, it's really only working down here. So if you want to get the benefit while sitting, you're going to have to kind of slouch. So I will go ahead and put this a little flatter. So you can do more of like a type thing like that where you lay in and it centers it better. That's a little better, but if you really want to get the advantage of it, you should be sitting down. So I'll go on the floor here. This back. That's pretty good. So that's getting the top of my calf muscle right now with the rollers. And I could always go a little flatter, like this. And now you can really get the rollers in where you want it. And if you need to like angle it, you can kind of tilt your leg, rotate your leg. You can back up a bit to get it more towards the lower part of your calf. Just be careful not to put too much pressure because the rollers can bruise you if you put a lot of weight on it, if you're doing it like this. And that's the main features. It does all right. It is rather large, so you're going to want to find a place to store this. You can fit it under a bed. And there is no place to store the remote. You can kind of wedge it in here, but it falls out. I don't really ever use the remote though because the controls are always right there anyhow.